Well, I mean, this is kind of what we expected, didn't we? The Leafs play just like they have lately, and yet they lose. Now, it was bound to happen eventually if they were going to continue to play like they have. The Pittsburgh game didn't really deserve it. They played a great first period, got 3 goals, but really overall didn't really deserve to win the game. We all know what happened in the Edmonton game on Sunday, and McElhinney bailed this team out hardcore. You come into this game, Leafs get down early. Okay, so this is going to be a test. 9:21 in, Giroux scores. But don't you worry, 27 seconds later, Patrick Marleau down the wing, short side on Brian Elliott, his 11th. Hyman and Ron Hainsey grab assists, and we got a tied hockey game. There we go. And the shots after the first period, they were only 7-6 after the first period. So really, very even. We go to the second period, outchanced, completely by the Philadelphia Flyers. Again, as we've seen lately, 14-7 were the shots in that period. Double for the Flyers, but the Leafs get a power play late. JVR, beautiful deflection from Morgan Riley's point shot, and Mitch Marner grabs an assist there. And JVR with his 15th goal of the season, leading the team. You end the third period with the lead. And what do we keep hearing on the TV? Over and over and over and over and over again. Well, the Leafs have not blown a third period lead this season. Well, you know what? The Philadelphia Flyers have not won a game after losing heading into the third. Well, we know what's going to happen next. And the Leafs get absolutely dominated in the third period for the most part. And 5:36 in, who was it? Travis Konechny floats a puck on net, hits about 4 different bodies. Freddie Anderson's like, I don't know where the puck is. He turns around and it's in the back of the net. You can't blame him there. It's a pinball machine out there, and it finds a way in 2-2. Late in the game, some very nice passes from the Flyers. Here comes Couturier. Beautiful shot in the top corner, glove side on Freddie Anderson. And it is a 3-2 lead. And all Leaf fans are like, well, this team has played like garbage the last 2 periods. It's going to be tough to come back. And why not turn the puck over at your blue line with an empty net, and Scott Laughton just slaps it into the net softly for his 5th of the year. And Leafs lose 4-2. You don't play well, you're not going to win games. Especially in the playoffs. You're not going to win like that. Now the Leafs have lost one and played like garbage doing so. Your first game, your 3-game road trip is a loss in regulation. How do you respond? I'm not upset totally about this game. Yes, I'm mad because the Leafs didn't play great and they lost. Okay, fine. Let's just kind of clear that out of our head for a second. They've played so well lately. They're 12-3-1 in their last, 16 games. That's incredible. They're bound to lose one, especially when they've been playing like they have been lately. They're bound to lose a game. And they do. Now, it's how you respond, how you play your next game, is really what shows the character of your hockey team. You've been finding ways to win. Okay, you lose one. Now, how do you react, Thursday in Minnesota against the Wild, an 8 o'clock puck drop, probably going to be Freddie and Devin Dubnyk in net there. How do you respond in that game? If you come out flat again, and you come out great in the first period, and then second period, third period, you're nowhere to be found, then there's something up. There's something that has to be done. But if you come out playing a great all-around game and you come away with the victory, that shows how good of a team this team is. You haven't been playing the greatest lately. You've been finding ways to get wins. You play a tough one again, but you lose it, and you rebound with an unbelievable performance. It's a huge difference we're going to see Thursday. Look, the Leafs had this game. They had the 2-1 lead in the third. Yes, all last year we were used to this team blowing multi-goal leads late in games. This is the first time they've blew a lead this season, and it was a 1-goal lead. Give this team a break a little bit. But I understand it's a loss. And they've racked up so many points that they can afford 1, maybe 2 regulation losses. But with this loss, they're 20-11-1. You look at it, they're a 9-point lead over the Bruins. I understand they still have 5 games in hand. But you look at a playoff spot, the Montreal Canadiens are 4th in your division. You have an 11-point lead over the Habs. And you know, I mean, it's crazy. So you just got to look at that and say, okay, we're okay. We just got to find ways to win. We got to find ways to get the points. Now, you're not going to get points in every single game. You got to learn that. When you go on big win streaks, you can't think, oh, this team will never lose again. Well, they will. It's just how you respond. You know what I mean? Like, you've won, like I said, 12-3-1 in your last 16 games. It's how you respond after a regulation loss that really tells everybody what kind of team you are. Remember, the Leafs had the great start to the season. Then they had a big lull. And now they've been kind of like, win a few, lose one. But win a few more, lose one, maybe two, win some more, right? So they've been kind of like on that nice trend. Now, because you won 3 in a row coming into this, you lose one. Okay, now, how are they going to perform against the Minnesota Wild? Obviously, Auston Matthews not in the lineup today. Our first loss without Auston. But you could see the hole that he left in this one. You know, I'm not saying I don't want to rush him back because I want this guy healthy and ready for a fingers crossed, a long playoff run. But I want him back because this team needs him. But you're looking ahead to the Minnesota Wild game, and if we're looking ahead, saying, okay, what are the Minnesota Wild all about? Any injuries? Well, they have Jared Spurgeon and Zach Parise, but I mean, Parise hasn't really played much over the past little while. He just really hasn't, you know what I mean? And I don't know. He just doesn't. He's not the same as he used to be. Obviously, getting older. And Spurgeon's a big guy, but he's only has an illness, so he should be back by that game. So really, a healthy team if you're looking at the Minnesota Wild. And last time Devin Dubnyk came to Toronto, he was having a rough time. He was having a really tough season. He's very, very much so turned that season around, kind of like Freddie Anderson has. Who's going to take this one, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're frustrated about this game, but you know what? We have faith in this team that they'll find a way to come back and win. Hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What do you guys think of this game? I mean, I want to know what you guys thought. Break down everything for me. How did you guys feel during this game? Do you feel like it's kind of just like a repeat of what we've seen over the last 4 games for that matter, if you want to say? Let me know what you guys thought about that, and what are your expectations for the Minnesota Wild game, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow, Raptors edition, as they're taking on the Phoenix Suns, looking to rebound after that abysmal performance last night, and we'll talk to you guys, Leafs edition, like we've said, Thursday, as they look to get back in the win column, as they're in Minnesota, taking on the Wild, 8 p.m. puck drop. Let's get back in the dub column. Freddie Anderson, Devin Dubnyk, the probable starters, can't see why not. Talk to you guys then.